guys, good evening. So we're going to start off here. I want to show you a little video that Tracy had posted to her channel over on TikTok, and then we'll jump into the live. So if you guys remember the other day where Tracy was out walking the dog, she was showing where she gets water and stuff like that, and she had said that she was told very nicely by the owner of the car place that she wasn't going to be needed anymore, remember? Because she didn't show up to work because she spent time with her daughter when her daughter brought her stuff over for Mother's Day. Remember that? Okay. Well, I found a video. Tracy's daughter brought her stuff on Friday. And then also, if you guys, a few of you had remembered that the lady that owned the car place was going away for Mother's Day, right? So there was no working. So there was a few little, discrepancies in Tracy's story. Okay. Well, isn't it funny that since she wasn't going to be working there anymore, she posted this. So she posted this yesterday. Sure looks like she's at work. Get your work on. Isn't that funny? And then we go into this. So Tracy never lost her job. Why would she tell people that she wasn't allowed to come back to work? Oh, that's right, because she wants people to give her donations. Well, it gets better. Let's listen.
And I guess talking to you guys to try to figure out a new plan of action. When one thing doesn't pan out, you have to have a new action. Wish I could stop having to always think of a new action. Definitely gets bothersome to always have to come up with a new one,
So it looks like Tracy's got a hold of a little devil's lettuce, she calls it. Right? A little plant. You can tell by the look at her. And I say this only because it ties into the story.
If something could just work out the way that it's planned. Look, and I got all dressed up for work. I thought I looked very nice for work. And then the ride just never came. I'm positive it's not coming because she said work was at 10 a.m. and it's 1:30 now. But we both live here in the same camper park. So I don't know. I guess she was more upset that I couldn't go thrifting and stuff with her this morning. And I couldn't get my ID this morning like she wanted me to. I didn't feel a need to. I was like, everything is working out how it is right now. I can wait until money isn't so tight. Are you eligible for what? For what? An ID? I think all American citizens are eligible for an ID. Am I eligible for what? It is me. No, I did not get Social Security. I have already been to court. Yes, I had legal representation of the finest qualities that just did not work. And it doesn't take away from what I've done. But I'm doing better today than I was then. So everything was okay. Everything wasn't big. It wasn't grand. But it was okay, And sometimes when this stuff happens, I have no clue how, why, what went wrong. Yesterday, we were fine. Yesterday, I worked up there all day. I detailed the entire car. The only thing I didn't have done was to get the vacuuming done. And that's because it's Carl, her husband's job. He's like, I don't know, 76, 78. I don't know. He's pretty old. It's his job was to vacuum, and so I was just wiping everything down. But get up. What are you rolling in? No, ma'am. I don't know what you're rolling in, but that's not good perfume. It looked like a brown smudge on the ground. We're not doing that. Nope. There's another one. But, I don't know. It was just like, I worked from 9 a.m. till 3 in the afternoon. I made $20. Everything was okay. This morning, she told me work is at 10 a.m. And since I didn't go shopping or spending money that I don't have, then therefore she didn't come and pick me up at all. That's weird.
So let's take a look at what Tracy said on a video about work this morning that she posted to her channel.
This morning is really weird. I talked to the boss lady through text, and she's like, well, we can go do all this thrift store and, you know, hopping around and stuff before work this morning. And I was like, well, kind of spent that $20 I got paid yesterday already. I bought a plant, and it helped me with my pain so that I can function and do the assignment at work, you know. And
so she took the $20 that she made yesterday and went and bought plant with it. Okay? No money to go get her ID. No money to go to the thrift store to buy clothes that she's asked this woman to take her to do. Right? And I've not watched this video yet, but I'm sure she'll probably ask for donations for food, water, dog food, propane, something, which she could have bought with the money. I don't think the lady likes the fact that she took her money and went and bought weed and now has no money to go and do the important things that she's supposed to be doing. And when Tracy left her daughters the last spring, that was one of the things her daughter said. I've tried to take you several times up to get your ID and you keep putting it off and putting it off. So here she is again, putting it off. Wonder if there is a real reason why Tracy can't go get an ID. I don't know, just saying. There may be a reason Tracy doesn't want an ID.
And she was like, what do you mean you were supposed to get an ID with that? And I was like, well, everything seems to be going okay right now. I paid the bills and I've got this little $20 every day that you come get me and I show up. And so it's just fine. I'll just do that later. And she goes, it's not my responsibility to get you this. And I'm like, oh, I thought I was asking a friend. And she was like, no response. She said work is at 10. Now it's 10:30 almost, so she's late. And I don't know what's going on. Yeah, God usually has me. I did. I went up and read it. I know it's not the way that it usually goes down, but it has been happening for quite some time. It's almost like I'm put in people's lives to how much of a standard I hold myself to. It's to show a reflection on, I don't know, I don't judge, but people seem to do that for me. It's like that I walk like this or I am like this, and then a guilt sets in or something, or they just don't want to be around me because I don't do the things that are, I don't know, that are, to me, crossing my boundary and my values. So I hold myself to not do that because I've already been through so much crap.
No, I think people recognize real fast that Tracy's a user and expects people to just constantly give her shit. She went to work, she did what she was supposed to do, she got $20 and she took it and blew it on some weed. Okay? Instead of doing the things she wanted. And then when the lady said, well, I thought you were supposed to use that for your ID, she said, I thought I was asking a friend. No, this is no longer your friend. This is who you work for. You don't just keep asking her to buy you shit. So she thought that she could go and spend her $20 on some plant, and then the lady was just going to fork out money and pay for the ID in the thrift store. Get the fuck out of here.
That I don't want to go back down crap again. You know? So I've set up this plan of not to be crap so that I don't drag in crap. And it always seems to make somebody not like my path, but my path was never for anybody else to judge. Just like I don't judge what anybody else is doing. I mean, other than leaving a person stranded whenever you gave your word. That's a problem. It means that there's no integrity. And I don't know. But I have messages this morning of us talking back and forth and her never saying anything like, oh, well, I'm not coming to get you, or you shouldn't have said that, or you shouldn't have done that, or I don't know. Let's get up more of these. So I'm a little just kind of bamboozled about what happened at all. All right, Bella. Can you go? Good girl. These stairs are a little hard to get up and down. Like, they're pretty steep. How high could your values be when you... A lot of strangers depend on my kindness and smile, too. It works two different ways. I'm not just accepting without giving, you know? Yeah. I get messages all the time how I help brighten somebody's day, put a smile on their face. Whenever I'm on the road, people come up to me and just will have a random conversation and things. I know I make an impact in this world. It's not relying on others' kindness. I give that same kindness that I ask for. Hi, Peekaboo. I mean, you could ask somebody that's maybe been around long enough to have seen some part of that. But if you want to make assumptions about the first thing that you see, then that's probably going to make an ass out of you and me, at least for temporary, until others work it out. But that's what most people... No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Most people actually are attacking each other. Yep. Most people are full of so much jealousy, greed, rage, envy, all of the things, all of them, that they couldn't see a good person in front of them if they even tried. And if they did, they would just try to tear it down. I can promise this. Yep. I wouldn't want harm on anybody. And yet, so many people do that to me and want to see me go through harm. I would never want anyone to be going through harm, and yet others wish harm on me all the time. If that's what you're wanting to hear. I may not have a value that puts some huge price point on me, but energetically, I love who I have become, and I love the connection that I have naturally with spirit so that I can come on here and teach others. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I just don't let it go to my head that I need the consumption of everything in this universe to become a good person that can positively affect this world. And so that your value system is on monetary and mine is on the quality that people have around me. I try to give back in that way. Do you think that you would expect more for your time if you worked from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. and you only got paid $20? You would, except I went there because they were helping me. This is their startup. It's a couple of ladies getting their first business off the ground, and I wanted to give back to them just as they had me. This isn't her camper park. It's just their car lot in town. This park is owned by a different lady, and they just kind of worked together to get me in here. No, sometimes we're not, we have not matured enough to know exactly how to rate the system that we're going to let in our lives with us. Whoa, Bella. Do you need some more water here? It sounds like you are thirsty. Let me get off my butt and get her some water. Here it is. I was going to go walk up there and fill up the other water jug again, but the man that lives up the way, and he has a pit bull that's, he walks it on a leash. He's really responsible with it as far as I know. As far as I've ever seen. But when we're out together, I give respect, the right of way respect to him and his dog, because I'm not battling my dog on a leash that is pulling me everywhere, but he is. So I kind of back up and put ourselves out of sight until he can get past us, and that interaction doesn't happen. Bella sometimes has a big mouth though, and she'll bark when I'm trying to sneak us by.
Oh, it doesn't sound like there's some killer pit bulls in the park, is there? Like she tried to say the first day, making up every excuse that she could think of that this man had told her, so she would have to, for her and Bella's safety, get out of there. Remember that, guys? How there was killer pit bulls that would kill Bella in the park?
I made a mess. That jug does not pour very well. I was out cleaning up the grounds, and look, I found this. I don't even know what it is, too. But that's like metal. Kind of feels like metal. And then it's got a stamped engraving in it there. So I don't even know what this is. It's pretty cool, huh? Well, I'm not really Raven, but, I'm making the best out of it. I, for some reason, didn't get picked up for work today. So I'm just kind of sitting here going, holy crap, it's Thursday. And the next week's rent is going to be due soon. And now I don't even know if I have a place that I am working at.
Same story she had the other day. She was told nicely that she wouldn't need to return because she missed work. Now she doesn't know if she has a place to work. Rent is going to be due again, but she wasn't worried about rent when she spent that $20 on some plant, was she?
So it's a little bit scary. Trepidatious, I guess. I don't know if I want to panic now or wait until after I cannot pay it and then panic. It's okay. I want everyone to succeed too. Some people do choose to stay in a lower vibration because they find it easier to gain the material items there. They just aren't aware that that's the reason why it keeps backfiring, is because they keep reaching for that low-hanging fruit. And Each week I just have to come up with 100. So I paid off this last week, and now I'm working on paying off the next week. So it's just kind of a week by week thing. And believe it or not, everything that paid off the last week came from the little donations that just poured in here from everybody. So it was just like little amounts, and just each person kind of chipped in. And it's kind of, I mean, I also got a lot more people on here that were interacting with my lives, and my posts have more likes on them now. So I get to see this moving in a better direction that I just can't see which direction, right? I have faith that it'll work out, but something in me wants to make sure that I can see what is happening so that I can be sure that it is controlled properly. Probably something like the same thing I've been complaining about other people on. Having to control everything. I probably should do more just believing it's going to happen, get on here, talk to everybody, hang out a little bit more. I don't know. It's hard to think that it's just because I didn't go get an ID. Nobody ever needed an ID. It's just me. Huh. Yeah, I'm the only one that wanted the ID. Everybody else was like $20. I can't put that on tax stuff. That's just like a bartering, helping out each other. Yeah. Too bad I can't, like, if I had a food order in, I could just start making food for everybody here.
Here we go. Not only if I had a food order, I could cook food for everybody and sell it. How the fuck is she gonna cook it? How's she gonna keep it cold? What?
Maybe if I was feeding enough people, that would be enough bartering to help with my rent situation. I don't know. I'm going to have to come up with another idea somehow, though, right? Well, unless somebody just goes, oh, I love this chick, let me help. Which is also a possibility. I'm not knocking out any possibilities at this point in time. We're full of, there is a path and it will show up. It will reveal itself. Oh, do you like my hair? I worked so hard on my hair and everything this morning. Look. Yeah. See, I even got little ponytails here. Did like... Guess I can't look at it and show you. Oh, in this state, you can get 3 months out of every 36 months unless you are on Medicaid or you have minor children. Or Medicare. And I have none of those things, so I do not qualify. So 36 months would mean there's a long time to wait. How about if you don't like that somebody requests donations for the vision you're sitting here interacting with? Yeah, so they're on here giving energy, putting in time to be here. So if you don't like this vision, then you could always swipe, and then the next vision is also an option. And what you do is you go along until you find one that you actually vibe with. And you leave the rest of them alone unless they're out there doing something pretty harmful to another person. If they're harming nobody, you probably don't need to go to war with them. Just saying. Just saying that you don't have to be the martyr to go to war with somebody that's not harming anybody. And there are plenty who are harming others for you to go after. Yep. It does take a lot of thought process to know that if somebody's harming nobody and they're bringing back good, they're not the ones out there doing nefarious things to hurt others. And that's probably who you should go aim for. Not just a person trying to figure it out, showing every step of their path for years. Yep, this has all been a huge documentary. I wonder how much other documentaries make. I wonder if they turn those documentaries into books and movies and shows and how much they make from that. But you're here to put me down for showing my entire journey for years, for bringing the wisdom that has come along my path, for all of the different avenues, ventures, and things that have come along. This is not rude. This is facts. Did I call somebody out of their name? No. I didn't call anybody out of their name. I'm not the one coming on here saying go get welfare while somebody's putting in their time, energy, and effort just like you would be at a job when you clock in. So if I sit on here and I spend my time, my effort, and everything like that, it's the same as you going to work and spending your time and effort. If you don't like this channel on TikTok, you can always swipe to find one that is better suited for you. There is absolutely no reason to have to go to war with somebody who is just trying to live. There is nobody here hurting anybody, and never have I. There is an entire minimum 3 years of proof here on this very same channel that you can look at to make sure that I wasn't going after or hurting anyone. Thank you. Thank you, Pat Ray. So, Carrie and Charlie Stevens, you have one view, one perspective, and then Pat Ray over here has a different perspective. Does that mean that any of us are wrong? No, except for if you're coming in here to inflict harm when somebody does not deserve it. That would be the most harmful action going on in this conversation. Yes. Okay, and if they are, that's fine. That means that I can't have a say. That means I must accept whatever they say without my own opinion being heard. No. Stop laying down. Your opinion and your voice is worth hearing too. Just like mine is worth hearing. But you don't have to inflict harm on somebody. You're right. But if they don't like it and that's their suggestion, like somebody is too dense to know that there is a welfare state here in the United States that can be used on most occasions by people who need help. So are there food banks and other services, but they don't always work out 100% of the time.
So here we go. She's going to word salad her way around why she doesn't go to food banks, why she doesn't take part in this and that, but it's okay to, not go and do all these resources that are available to her. She should just come on and ask for donations. And you should give them to her because she has posted years of wisdom on TikTok, okay? And now you should really just go ahead and just send her your donations for the few minutes of wisdom a day that she posts on TikTok throughout her content creatorship that she has with TikTok, okay?
So sitting here and assuming that they 100% of the time work out is just false. I'm not the only person on your TikTok scrolls that is saying this to you. So there is more than one opinion and perspective out there about what is going on our level, on just trying to make it after having traumatic times, after having, these things come against you in the world that you really didn't deserve. Me just trying to live should not offend you unless there is a reason that you are getting offended. Excuse you? And that's a reflection on me. Or is that a reflection on your own mindset? Does that make me a filthy creature? Or are you the one thinking that in your head? Are you the one envisioning what you just said straight up? That's not my thought process. That's not who I am. That's what goes through your mind that quickly, that's how we know that you're perverted about it.
Oh, wow. I wish I had got to screen record this. I could see what this perverted comment was.
First thing you say whenever you see somebody, this is the first message I've seen of you. The first thing you say when you see somebody is wild in the bedroom look. You're lucky I'm healed. You are, because before I probably would have wished that I could throat punch you. But I'm a healed lady now. And
see, I don't understand why people even give comments like that the time. If you see a comment like that, right, why give it any attention? Now, she just sat there for more than 5 minutes with this word salad over a comment that said being wild in the bedroom. Why not just read it before you speak it and delete it and keep moving? Why? Because they have to call out the stupid comments or the hateful comments for, attention, for sympathy, whatever the case may. Oh, that person said that to you. Oh my God, here's $5. Will this make it better? You know what I mean? Look at the comment. Don't read it out loud until you've read it to yourself, and fucking block it and keep moving.
And I like respect and reciprocal energy. And it seems to me like you don't even know how to be respectful. Yeah. I'm sorry that that's a reflection on your parents, on your elders that have raised you this way. Is it? Or do you just not give a shit to listen to them? Because I've had it both ways with kids. And yes, that is a child's mentality. So grow up, heal. Yeah, that's a good freaking option. Stop inflicting your traumatic brain thought process on another person. Did I deserve that? Because I'm sitting here saying that the boss lives on the back row of the same camper park as me and did not pick me up for work. So I deserve to be attacked by you, to be judged by you, because you are better than me. For what reason? I heard a dog outside and thought I heard a lawnmower, and the two didn't equal very happy. Oh my, do you feel attacked? Maybe you should go get some help about how you're feeling about that, because you're sitting in here. Listen, you're sitting in here, staying in here, and feeling attacked. Does that make sense to you? You are actively staying in a process that you are telling me you feel attacked in, but you won't leave. And it's as easy as putting your finger on that screen and getting out of here and finding something that you do vibe with. Are you getting attacked, or is this the only room I can bring my message? Am I holding you hostage here, or are you choosing to stay in this situation? Do you have the ability to free yourself from what you do not like at this very moment in time? Are you freeing yourself, or are you sitting here just carrying it on? That is not a me issue, honey. It's not a me issue. I'm sitting here telling people that are actively wanting to hear my story, my journey, how it's going. They're checking in on me to make sure that things are okay, because this is an entirely new situation that I am in, and I have proceeded to keep trying to do the right things. I've brought all of this information right here on this screen for everybody to be involved in, to witness how it is going. And you have the ability to scroll the screen and free yourself. Free like a bird. Not attacked. Just be on your way to things you like. You like drama, and I no longer am feeding you this drama. So here is my best to you. Be free. Go out there and find something you love to be a part of. I love right here on this social media app that I have been building for myself for years. Goodbye. Wow, how weird was that? I mean, that's like 20 different messages for me telling them, if you don't want to be here, why are you here? Yeah, some things just don't make sense, but you got to keep going anywhere. If you know it's right, then just keep going. Thank you so much, Vicky. That must be some kind of trauma to just hold yourself in bondage when you know that you have the option to just walk, to just flip the screen. I mean, that's the easiest. Pow. Flip the screen, and then you're out of it. There was no dependency from either one of us on that, right? Like, nothing that they had held me here back towards them. Like, we weren't attached or anything. I don't know the person. They don't know me. It's not a bond of some sort. It's just in here to inflict rather than to listen, to learn, and to absorb and see the processes with your own mind, with your own visualization. It doesn't take an infliction of your opinion on it. It really does just take to watch. I've made posts throughout the whole day as this thing was going on. After those posts started to pick up traction and I started to get views on them, I knew that my algorithm had picked up to a prime spot for me to come live. That gives me more viewers in my live because I picked a prime time of my videos going bigger so that I would have more viewers inside of my live time frame. And I just had to spend 10-15 minutes of that live to argue with somebody on how they could escape the matrix of my live that I can't go anywhere else and do. This is my live. They obviously have their own profile that they could go do their own on if they wanted. But they couldn't do it. I really had to block them and boot them out to free them from themselves. How amazing is that? Like, that somebody is going to argue with me rather than free themselves, rather than look at their own actions and go, shit, I could just kick the freaking door open and leave. And there ain't even a damn door. I could just walk. Just flick the screen and be gone. It's not as easy to do that whenever you're like just setting up and you're new in town and you think this is your new start over, and then something goes wrong while you're trying to do your best, even though everything eventually seems to work out. So I don't know. There's no reason to sit and argue with somebody that's already having a rough time. Making someone despair, it's like, I made up the saying, and I had it written in Sharpie on the minivan dash, and it was like, the cure for despair is community, like community coming together. It's the cure. It's just to have that where you never had support before, to have people around that actually finally believe in you, can change your whole mindset. Even if you always believed in yourself and getting it done, and it has always, for some reason, worked out, even when you couldn't figure out that it was going to work out. Yeah. So I'm not very worried about it. I'd rather not pack everything in a suitcase with wheels on it and go walk down the highway, but I have that skill level and I've done it before. So I'm not also scared of that. I would rather not, but I'm not scared of it. Oh, I thank you, Judith. Yeah. Leave it, let be. Oh, well, see, it's part of my path to bring these messages of how to be wiser and kinder and more loving on our path to each other, because we might just be passing each other's paths, but everybody is going through something. Yeah. Tracy. Yeah, it is part of my path to bring these reflections to people, because you can see what happens. How is the car posting? Okay, well, Crystal, you're running a little late. I'll fill you in real quick. I'm going to give you a quick download of the situation. So, this morning, I was like, we live in the same camper park here. She brought the landlord in on it, and she was like, so I met this girl, she needs a place, and she got me a word in with the landlord so that I would have a place and work the week to make the money to pay the landlord. That all happened. Everything's sweet. Everything happened. No big hiccups or anything like that. And this morning, well, last night I got paid $20 for detailing a car. And then this morning she was like, well, we're going to go to the thrift stores and this and that and stuff this morning and go get my ID from the DMV. And I was like, oh, well, it costs money to do that, and I already spent the money that I made yesterday. And she's like, on what? What did you spend the money on? And I was like, ha, ha, ha. Okay, Mom. I worked for the $20. It was not, I loan you this for something. It was, you worked, here is your payment, go do what you want with it.
Right, and she did what she wanted with it. And now, when it come time to get her ID and go to the thrift store, she wanted that money given to her. Because you heard her in the video say that the lady told her, I thought you were going to use that for your ID. And she said, I thought I was asking a friend. Wow.
I made it. It is mine now. It is no longer hers. She has no control over where that payment should go. I chose that my payment goes to a dried flower plant so that I could do my job and work and have a relief because I take no medications, not even ibuprofen or Tylenol. I'm a more natural being than that. I don't drink. I don't do things like that. So this is one of the few things that I will allow myself to partake because plant, right? Plant nature. And I'm doing good. I'm working. I'm not working very hard. I'm working at a job that went my pace because it was only $20. So, it's not a crack a whip. You got to do it this fast. It was a more lenient job. Get this job done. Doesn't matter what you get done. If you get it done, it's $20. So, so that's how I did it. And then this morning, she was like upset because I didn't have the money to go out shopping and go to the DMV today. And she's like, you need that ID. I was like, for what? You're not doing taxes on just the side job of $20. That's a barter system. It's not a payment. It's not a wage that is accepted from 9 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. $20 is not a fair wage. It is a reciprocal trade of bartering.
So it's funny she didn't say all this in the video, right? So I really don't think that she said any of this to the lady. But if she had said this to the lady, it kind of would explain why the lady didn't fucking come and get her. However, though, I don't know if I believe this story that the lady didn't come and get her, because the other day she claimed the same thing. She was told not to return because she didn't show up for work the day before, but yet posted a video of her working. Do you see where this is all going?
And so I don't understand that the control over the money I earned is still there. That's not how that works. It's mine fairly because I worked to earn that wage. So now I didn't get picked up this morning. She lives in one of the trailers in the back here, so she has to drive past mine to get out of the driveway, and she just didn't show up. This town...
When she first started working there, or the lady started letting her come for, doing things, she said the next day, yes, I have that she told the lady, yeah, I have a content creatorship on TikTok. I've been working at it for 5 years, and you should actually come and check me out sometime and see my words of wisdom that I put out there for people. And she said she gave her, her name for TikTok. I don't know if I believe that now, because why would she be sitting on here saying all this shit? And then, just like the other day, she lied. She's told so many fucking lies. And does she think the lady may be tuning in and seeing all this? And maybe seeing her tell these lies? Or did she lie and not tell the lady about her TikTok? I don't know.
It's not that big. She just didn't show up. So now I have no job. There went the $20 a day for me working. Except for here on social content creatorship, in TikTok. So if you would like to donate, you can find the way to donate through going to my bio. You can find my bio by touching that little picture right there at the top. I hope that everybody that enjoys my content gets a smile, a laugh, sees a vision, maybe even a little bit of that wisdom that I'm bringing on here, where people try to attack me and I show them my thought processes in motion, how it's happening, how it's going down, so that others may be able to see a different perspective of view as it's in action. I can't always pull my phone up out there in real life whenever it has to deal with me and another person. But on here, people are volunteering to be on camera arguing about their perspective versus my perspective, right? Oh, that's a very good idea, Judith. I didn't even think about that. Man, I'm glad you came in here. See, I've got some really smart friends on here. We put our minds together sometimes and come up with these great ideas, right? That is a really good idea. Oh my goodness. Well, we were on text. We were already chatting on text. She told me work is at 10 a.m. There's only one way out of here. She has picked me up every single morning at the same place that she dropped me off. And so there's like trailers that go, it's a pretty big trailer park. It's really big, but there's still only one way out. And it's this driveway in front of my trailer. That would make sense. We both have big dogs, and so it's easier if she has her dog already loaded up whenever I load mine up. We both bring our dogs up there to work. So watch. See, over here is like the VFW baseball diamond thing, you know, so this is VFW kind of grounds right there. And so there's just a big camper park that goes all the way around here. I'm not going to show any specifics, but this right here is the only driveway that goes out of here. See that? So it's the way. So if you live in the back here, at the very back, you would have to come right by my little trailer down that driveway. It's the only way. What filter? So you either want to work or not. Oh, she's picked me up here. She wants it that way. It's their trailer is in the back, and I don't know. I didn't choose it. I'm doing what she set out.
So that brings us back to the lie about not being needed anymore because she didn't show up to work the other day, last weekend. How would she show up to work when you clearly hear her saying the lady comes to the trailer and picks her up and drops her back off? Where was there for her to show up at?
We talked last night when she dropped me off, or yesterday when she dropped me off. I contacted her this morning to make sure of the time. Because yesterday she said 9 a.m., but she showed up 20 minutes early. And I was like, okay, let me grab my bag and shoes. And I jumped in her car. So I'm just kind of going with the plan that makes them feel comfortable, I thought. Oh, I definitely would have, but the last times I've walked up there, she doesn't even invite me in. It's like you just stand there and you have to wait. And she wasn't there at 10, or she wasn't there at 9:30. She had already left. The car was gone, even though she said work started at 10. The car was gone by 8. So there's no way to go up there and catch them if the car never comes back. You don't... Oh, I'm not doing that. You're not bringing that in my life. Heck no. Who's Rita? What? Like, that's got nothing to do with me. It's got absolutely zero to do with me. And I know that my bills are at a minimum. So I don't have extras. I don't get my nails done. I don't have facials and eyebrow waxes and all of the extra things. I don't do any of that. I just am here. It's just me and Bella. So if my efforts on, social media and me going out to try to do these side things, if those aren't enough, that's my energy I'm putting in. And I don't know why you would be devaluing my energy. Why would you have any say over my energy? Why are you not out there valuing your own? I've been to this job every single day that they needed me there, except for Mother's Day, and even they had Mother's Day off. So why should I be any different?
And hear what she said? She's been there every single time that they've needed her except for Mother's Day, and they had Mother's Day off. Exactly. She had said that way before the lies she told about how she got fired because she didn't show up. She had said that the lady wasn't working because of Mother's Day weekend. So she made all of that up. So people would think that she lost her job, and how was she going to pay rent, buy food, buy dog food? Let me send you some money and help you out. Just like she's doing now. I would think that if she wasn't going to work, she probably would have changed her clothes. I think she went today. Or there was no work today. She said the other day that she only worked twice a week for $20 each day. That's only $40 a week. How was she going to pay for anything with that? I mean, she tried to say it was $110 a week to stay there. At $40 a week, you've still got to find something else to fucking do.
The whole business was shut down, except for, the day before Mother's Day is whenever I had Mother's Day. And the lady that lives here that has the car lot, she went out of town that day to go see her daughter as well.
So she's trying to say that the day before Mother's Day is when her daughter brought her stuff, and the lady was out of town as well. In the video that's posted to her channel, she said, "Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday," or something to that effect. It's Saturday, and this is what I'm doing. Something. My daughter brought my stuff yesterday, she said. So that would mean her daughter brought her stuff on Friday, not Saturday.
Yep. I haven't done anything against anyone. Nobody has said, hey, you shouldn't or should do this. I've accepted the offers as they came. I didn't even barter with it, like to make it increase more in my favor or not. I knew that they were helping me and that I was helping back at that price. Thank you so much, Engaged to the Screen. I kind of feel like that too, having a social content creatorship. My energy is much better right now than it was at first, because I was like, how did that just happen? I haven't argued. I haven't nothing. Nobody has even told me, hey, you're doing something wrong. Usually a correction is in order before the scalding or the comeback, Usually I have to do something wrong and be told about it before it happens, before there's a repercussion. Anyway, if you can donate, please do donate. It seems like I might end up in a little bit of a pickle this week. Unless, I've got faith. I've always had faith. It'll happen. I'm talking to enough people right now that I think are interested in my story, in my DMs, that are actually interested in understanding my story rather than assuming what it is. And I think that that's going to bring the attention that I need for a better support system network for that can be reciprocal in energy. They're curious about the path that I have walked, and I am more than willing to talk to them one-on-one about it, with the understanding that that is my time, my energy, and so therefore it needs to be going to pave the path of me being able to not stress and worry about the outside circumstances such as rent and things like that. I think that this could be more of a reciprocal friendship instead of a gathering of energy, information, and or somebody else using them for their income status and financial means. If it's more, you know, so that we don't know that that is even a barrier there, it's more anonymic. Maybe that's not the word. Of an, yeah, that you just don't know that that's what it is. It's just a reciprocal. This is a more, we're discussing what I am interested in that I have seen on your posts and journey and this journal thing I've been keeping. And they have questions about stuff I have skipped or didn't explain very fully. I don't know. I'm just hoping that that's how this is working out. It's the feeling I have in me. Well, that's great for you, Tam. Tam, you stick to those boundaries that are for you. But there are some people out here that are trying to help others back and that find value in the information that is coming out. Not everybody's the same, and we can all be different, and that's fine too. We don't have to inflict harm on each other. And we can each have a different perspective too and still not harm each other. Yeah, there's very few things that would be crossing that line, like harming the children, the innocent, the elderly, the disabled, the future of the entire country would be something that would be a problem. And we should all stand up for that stuff so that it doesn't affect our grandchildren. And
she stands for all this stuff, right? Not hurting the elderly, the disabled, the children, the animals, all these things. But if you all remember a while back when Lori showed the DMs and she said, oh yeah, this is Tracy and this is what she thinks about MMF. Remember that? This is the Tracy that she was DMing back and forth with. Now, I don't know how old they were, but at some point, I guess Tracy thinks that Lori doesn't do all those things.
And the next generations to come, like it obviously is doing today. Well, that's great, Tam. Do you have your own platform? Are you utilizing it to bring forth that knowledge to help others like I am today? That's all I'm doing. Is this something that needs to be attacked because I'm bringing knowledge? Does that make sense to you? That I'm attacking nobody? I'm harming nobody? I'm just bringing a point of view across the screen from this far away. However far away. Look how far this distance can bridge that gap just because of technology connecting us. Think of what it would do if every example that has learned how to be a better person and treat each other nicely and more respectfully were to go out there and become a living fucking example instead of attacking each other. Just think of that world that we could live in today if there were so many out there embodying the path of not harming each other and of just being a person with the values, morals, and boundaries that we want to see in the world today. Oh man, if I didn't like being in somebody's presence, I sure as hell wouldn't hold myself there. I would definitely leave it alone and go start my own journey the way that I want to bring it to the world. Yep, that's it. Man, thank you. And it comes across that you're assuming shit, Chatty Patty, and have not went and researched if I have brought enough energy and volume of product to the market here on TikTok. Maybe if you go and check it out, you might find some value in it instead of just prejudging a cover.
So Tracy keeps trying to say that she's part of a content creatorship on TikTok, right? So just so I wasn't assuming things, because I keep saying that, no, I don't know why she keeps saying that, okay? So I just wanted to make sure, that I wasn't putting out misinformation, okay? To even be eligible for a creator rewards, okay, because the content creatorship is really what's known as creator rewards, okay? And Google, and you can Google this, if you Google content creatorship TikTok, it will tell you that it's the Creator Rewards Program, and to even be eligible for that program, it says it requires creators to be 18 plus years old, which she definitely is many times over, have a minimum of 10,000 followers. Tracy only has 5670, I believe. Okay? And at least, so 10,000 followers and at least 100,000 qualified views in the last 30 days. Where's the 10,000 followers to start?
Yeah. Yep. That's all I was asking. That's all I'm asking for anybody, is to reciprocate the energy I have freely put out there in trust that it will come back to me as it is needed. Yep. It's just energy I put out there, and hopefully it helps others and comes back to me so that I can continue the path of the messages I have to bring to the world. I just want to make this world a better place before my grandchildren and yours are living through hell as well. And just think, if they're only 10, 13, how much worse it could get by the time they're 23. So if we stood together instead of against each other, maybe we could make a fucking difference that would help them. Do you understand the shit I'm dropping right now, Chatty Kathy? For the innocent children, let's team together to make a fucking difference. Thank you. So if you can't tell by the tone of my voice that there is a bigger mission going on here and that you are attacking the wrong fucking one, I'm sorry, guys. I'm so over it. Who comes in and attacks somebody just because they see them down? Who doesn't see the efforts that have been put out over the years? Only those that want to see the bad. If you want to see the messages that come through it, you will. If you want to just be whatever, then that's what you're going to be. And it's what you're spreading in this world. Yeah. I don't have to be all peace 100% of the time. I can be me. Y'all are the ones staying in here to push buttons. I'm in here to bring messages. And that doesn't mean I have to be all sweet and love. It means that I have to be truth and justice. These are the things that are before us. This is the realm we live in. Have you watched the news? What is coming? What is the future of our children and grandchildren? Y'all maybe are just on children right now. I'm on grandchildren right now. Do we have a common goal to protect them, to make it a better way for them? That's my mission. That's my goal. That's why I should have more time here. Oh, look, 222 on the time. I believe lots of things. They may not be the same things as you. But one thing I do believe in is that this future has got to get better before these babies are going through worse than we are enduring right now. So that it can be brighter, so that they can believe in rainbows a little longer, so that unicorns can be real and imagination is still colorful. So that they don't have to wake up with some demented daddy or brother or cousin or uncle violating them, so that there is a path that is beautiful for our children to grow up and be the innocence that they should enter this world as. And if that's what you're standing against, which is what you're standing against when you're standing in here arguing with me, and I'm so eloquently trying to give you this freaking knowledge that I have come across, is that if we don't do it together, they're not going to be protected. They're going to go through the bullshittery that we had to go through. And so if we cannot band together to protect them, you're right, we're on two different sides. And I value that. I value you coming in here and showing me that you are against my endeavor to make this world a better place, so that our children do not have to keep suffering like I did, like so many other children have. If you haven't heard the news, they were taking the children and hurting the children. If that is not what you're fighting for, you stand against me. If you stand against me, I don't give a fuck. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. Hit the scroll button and get your ass on out of here, because you can't hang with this.
Well, my, what happened to sweet little Joker Smile Tracy? Do you see how she switches on and off like a light?
My mission is not to protect just mine. It is to protect the innocence of them. Yours too. So if that is what you're standing against, come on, baby. Come on, baby. I got nothing. I got nothing to lose. You see that zipper bag right there? That zipper bag with wheels on the bottom of it? Why is it sitting in my living room? I have a place. I've had a place. I got to put everything away. I have a place. Why do I leave it sitting right by the door? Because after this many years of living the way I do, of going out there and actually seeing harm happening to the children who are being moved along these roads and underground networks that I have been living in for years, come against me, baby.
This 4 years of living in this is by choice. Okay? So why has she never spoke about advocating, right, for these children that are being harmed and moved? No. If you ever watch Tracy for long periods of time when she does go live, it's always about fighting for the people who can't receive their disability, can't, have been turned down for their social security. I've never heard her talk about fighting for these children that are being taken and moved. I mean, is it just me? Did I miss it? Or did you all hear about any of this before? Her advocating and helping and spreading help to these people that she runs along her journey? It's always about advocating for the disabled, and she fought for her disability and couldn't get it. Remember how she also just talked about accessing welfare and all these things and how she's not done it? Well, I got a video coming up for you next that kind of says differently.
I am bringing you the information that for years I have seen, traveled, and been a part of, that I can see the children being hurt, that I can see there are things we can do about it to fix it, and we don't have to keep doing this. That all it takes is for us to be together. Nobody cares. You won't be in that camper long. Do you hear that? That I just explained what they're coming against whenever I'm talking to you. Whenever I'm on here on my platform trying to bring to you the knowledge I have gathered. And yet, bad boy, is standing against protecting the children. Do I need to say more? Are they showing their own actions? This is the message I'm bringing. Where are the likes coming from this person? So what are they being filled with? Rage? Why? Because there's some kind of guilt there? I'm speaking against something, bad boy, that you're feeling deep inside of you, huh? You feel that, don't you? You wouldn't have to sit here and speak against it like that if you weren't feeling the weight of the guilt. Oh, I see you. Come on. You're wrong. And? You think a woman can't be a nasty cretin? I just told you the entire reason that I come on here day after day, that I bring my journey with me on TikTok so that everybody can view it, so that everybody can get these little hints, essences of this world. And then your response was nobody cares. I'm not wrong. You're a cretin, and it doesn't mean that you're a boy. That's your name. I read a name you chose. It doesn't matter if you're a woman. A cretin can be anything, as long as you're against the betterment of everyone. If you're against the innocent, you don't even need to be in here. You get that? Disgusting ass figure. Damn, why would somebody think that you have to be a dude to be against good? That's ridiculous. Anyway, guys, if you can donate, please do donate. If you're curious about my content, there are 3 years worth to go back on. If you want to go to my new channel, it's You Know Me. And so look her up, me up. My next channel, it's the backup, because I'm definitely going to end up losing this one at some point. I better start doing all my lives on that one so that I can keep all my content from the last 3 years and don't lose it. I had a friend on here and he was doing great. His name was Meek Might. And Meek Might. And he was doing freaking fantastic. He was throwing it down. He was just laying fire out there for everybody. He was a little bit... Okay, he was a little bit the energy I had today, which at the time I thought was too much, but now I'm really tired of just people being stupid and rude and mean for no reason. What's your backup? You know me. Yeah. Yeah, these names are not accidental. You do know me. If you've been hanging out on here, if you went and searched my past lives, videos, everything, I try to bring a smile, a lightness, because everything is so heavy right now in the world, and sometimes it's just knocking us down over and over and over and over, and so you just kind of need that lightheartedness to snap out of it and see yourself back to the light and have a little bit of glow in your life without the smiles and giggles and funniness. Oh, I found this Joker platform on here, and I believe it's all AI made up things, or somebody types something in it and it pops up this big story. But it was great. I loved it. I stayed up till almost 1 laughing my butt off all night long. So the lady, I didn't say I bought weed. I said I bought a plant. I didn't tell you what kind of plant. It's just a plant. It's my money. I can buy legal things, you know, here in the state of Missouri. Which is a good thing, because I don't take any medications. I don't take ibuprofen. I don't take Tylenol. I don't take any of the prescription stuff I was on for 12 years while going through all my spine surgeries. I am better today than I was then. I have done more physical therapy to get myself up and going on my own since I left the doctors than I had been during all the 12 years of doctor control. So I think I'm doing great. I think I'm doing pretty good. And I'm not going to let somebody tear me down because of the way I have found that ethically operates in my own life. My life. I am operating my own life, not somebody else's. I'm not out here judging everybody. This is my little channel. I don't go out there and track you down. I'll put an opinion out there too and leave it be. And then if they answer back, we'll have a conversation. But I don't attack somebody. You deserve to not have a place because why would you do that to somebody? Why would you want anybody to just not have a place, not have a life, not have a future perspective? And especially if they're trying to bring good to the world, if they're trying to correct loops and gaps that are harming others. Oh, thank you so much, Bonnie. I thought I had blocked them already. Get them, girl. I blocked them all the way out. You ain't never being up in this bitch again. And I don't care. Yeah, okay, so I'm not like, I've got a little bit of a potty mouth. I don't care. It's not hurting anybody. I mean, I don't normally, and I've really been working on it until recently, like this last hour or so. Don't come in here just volunteering yourself to be the target when somebody is already going through a hard time. You know what I mean? Why would you attack somebody going through a hard time? Maybe they got a little bit of that street spunky in there that they're holding back, trying not to inflict harm. It's like do no harm, you know? I'm not trying to do harm. You're going to come in here and attacking somebody, pulling some... Damn, man. See my ring? I love this ring. Yeah, so simple. Straight to the point. Just simple. just feed into somebody else as much as you take, and then it's all reciprocal, and we'll have a good day. If you tap the screen, that's a little bit of energy you're giving back. If you give me a rose, that's just a tiny fraction of what you could reciprocate in this energy. And then we could all have a good day. And I mean, it's just a suggestion. There are no requirements. I like to be on here and just come back to y'all. Somebody will make up the difference because they have it, and not everybody has it, so not everybody can donate the same way. I get that. I wanted to join this class so bad that was going to be happening. Oh man. Yep, it was like I knew the soul who was behind the screen. Just knew the soul. I mean, like upon seeing the soul, no, upon seeing the person carrying the soul, I already knew the soul that was in there. And so I was like, oh God, I've got to join this class. Oh my goodness. There's no way I can. And then I went to the site, and it was like a one night only. Like you can only get in on this. So. Well, shit. So it's like, hang on. It's like you can only get in tonight, and then it's all shut down until the next time that it opens up, which is, you never know. And sometimes it's a curse to have boundaries the way I hold mine. Because, like, I really wanted to go join that thing, but it was tricky. Because this boundary was like, I'm not really causing harm to anything, but then I am by undervaluing it. So it said, you can go to this class if you donate what you think the value of this class is. Oh my God, did I have a moral dilemma, meltdown, crisis, anxiety attack. One word. One word, and I could not do it. One word. Oh, one word. One word, and I could not do it. One.
Alrighty, guys. Queen of the word salad and more lies. You guys have a great night, and I will catch you on the next one.
Oh.